Hey guys, how are we doing on this fine Sunday? I am doing alright. My daughter may come in anytime, just so we're clear. Yeah, I've had a pretty good weekend. I've done some housework, done some gardening. I've not much gardening. I'll be fair, my wife did most of it. I'll be perfectly honest. What else have we done? Caught up on some TV. So I'm up to date on The Last of Us. I'm up to date on Doctor Who. I have finished Andor. I have finished Star Wars Tales of the Underworld, which is pretty good. I don't think it's the best of the Tales of Star Wars series that they've done, but it was pretty good. The second half, the Cad Bane stuff, is pretty cool. So yeah, if you like Star Wars, definitely check that out. Yeah, and Andor, just what does this say about Andor? Like, I saw a thing today that Andor is the only TV show ever that's had a 9.5 rating for its final 5 episodes, every episode. And that, I think, says it all. It's just genuinely a good TV show. Like, it shows, Andor shows what can be done with Star Wars when you are not forced to have lightsabers in it. Basically, it's the Star Wars show for the OG fans, I think. Which might even be a little bit reductive to it, because it really is just genuinely a good ass show. So, yeah. If you've not watched both series of Andor, go watch both series of Andor. They just, even if you're not a particularly massive Star Wars fan, just go watch both series of Andor and then Rogue One afterwards. And come back and thank me. And then when you thank me, do so by hitting subscribe, like all of you should be doing who are watching this right now. That was a good segue, apart from the burpee at the end. So, yeah, so that's been my weekend. Let me know in chat, let me know in comments how your weekend is going. Oh, I also finished editing Wednesday's video. I do need to know, guys, if you're enjoying that content, because from the stats, it's not looking like anyone is. So I might just give up on it and go back to doing live streams and unboxing videos when I can. And I've got 3 unboxing videos to film. I just need time to film them. So, and I'm going away next weekend. So, yeah. Speaking of, this time next week there won't be a stream because I will still be on holiday. I don't come back until the Monday. So, yeah, just so we're clear. Alright, let's get our Eternal Strands on. Defeat a fiery arc in the Archon's hearth while under the effect of the flame showered file. Okay. Changes. Let's go do this.
What's the verdict with the resonance comparisons, Dom? Are we all doomed?
Not doomed? No. I have every reason to be concerned. Tangles only form in areas of intense magical concentration. That they're so common here in the Enclave makes it clear that this place is overflowing with magic. Have you ever blown into a bladder until it pops? Worry, that's where we're headed.
No. Have you?
Ah. Well, I am from Renland.
The patterns did show signs of change then.
Subtle but present.
That's probably not good.
Relax over time. As if the miasma caused them to contract like a muscle.
So things might recover if we could bring an end to the tangles?
I think so. How exactly we pursue that agenda, I'm not sure. But we have several leads we can pursue.
We have to tell the Axel, though. She needs to know about this so we can take every precaution.
Oh, we?
Yeah. It's time. Meet you there.
Cool. Alright, let's just go to quests. Changes. Consult the Axel and Cassidy's hold to present your findings. Right. Let's go do that. Salvage resources. I think we did everything that was green. Last time. Alright, alright, so the reason I've done that is so I can try and... I just thought as we were walking that I could see about upgrading my armor. Upgrade equipment. Alright. Okay.
Nice to work on something a little lighter every once in a while. Right, so we're gonna see if we can trade spice for some Abrium. And then also, yeah, we can upgrade that. For agility.
Right. Ooh, I can upgrade. Level 5. Can you upgrade? Elder Husk. So we want Elder Husk. Nether Weave. And Abrium. Alright, let's trade supplies. Elder Husk. A couple of them. Get a bunch of them. Or the other thing, Nether Weave. Okay. Alright. Upgrade equipment. And max level reach. Right. Can only go up to level 5.
Kept it light for agility. Kept it light for agility.
Alright, let's... Alright. Max level reached. And we can also... Right. Bunch of Luster Weave. And more Elder Husks. Okay. We might not have enough supplies. It wasn't. Was it Nether Weave? I can't remember if it were nether weave now. That's a sign of getting old. Luster weave. Weave. That's Nova membrane. Okay, guess we're not upgrading our face mask because we ain't got any luster weave. Oh, there we go. Luster weave. I was just not paying proper amounts of attention. Oh, we ain't got enough. That's just annoying. Right, fine. Right, guess it didn't hold. I guess we're gonna have to. Maybe we'll just run through Glintwood Hollow and Dredge's Mire and just destroy everything that moves. Hello.
Both of you this time. Must be important.
It is. We've identified a long-term risk to our people. A source of decay in our enchanted devices. And I've prepared a list of safety measures we should take.
You have.
Yes, Wait. Why did you say that like you already know?
Arakim, do you know how intense the competition to become Axel truly is? Even in our diminished state, it is ruthless. Each guild jockeying for its representative to be elevated. To win the seat, you need allies, knowledge, and the will to use both.
Yeah, political bullshit.
Watching us this whole time.
I have been watching you, Bryn. Yes. I have been judging Arakim.
Always a test.
What I have seen is growth. Your enthusiasm and energy has never been in question. But your judgment and initiative have often been rash. But in working with Bryn's band, I've seen you set goals, lead plans, move from asking permission to making your case. Just as you came here to do, did you not?
I mean, you did.
Lay
Yeah,
out a set
that's
of
true.
clear steps we should take to preserve our new scries and keep our people safe?
Yes, that is exactly what I was going to do.
You should act on your recommendations with my complete support. I know you're not making them lightly, and they affect your people the most. So yes, it was a test. And as Khan, it will be the first of many.
You just said Khan.
I did. The scouts have been ignored for far too long, as we try to pretend everything is as it was. Enough. Unless you disagree.
No, not at all. We've been pushing for this forever.
Good. And you should thank Bryn when we're done. She raised a very salient point in our last chat that swept away the last of my hesitations. Now take a knee, would you? There's work to be done, and neither of us is really built for fancy ceremonies.
That's fair.
If we have learned anything in the past while, it's that standing too firmly on ceremony
Help a friend find recognition for their work. I like that as a description for an achievement.
Without the tireless efforts of your scouts and their forebearers, and yet we have not recognized them out of fear of tipping a balance that was already lost. And so I elevate you, Arakim Katabi, to the station of Khan of the Enclave, and grant you the title of Guide. May your initiative and care chart a path for us all.
See, it's things like that that in a game that had a bigger budget, that would have been a much bigger, much grander scene. And it's kind of a shame that it isn't. It's good if you're invested in it and stuff like that, but like you can almost feel like they wanted moments like that to be bigger and grander. They just couldn't do it with the staff and the budget and things like that. But yeah, it's got a Grantwood Hollow. It's just like really cool that they've done that. I just wish it was bigger. It's like all the stuff. It's all the stuff you can see for a sequel when they've established themselves a bit and they've got a bit more budget and got a bit more faith behind them. And people are willing to invest in them. I accidentally pressed my magical ability then when I meant to try and use my sword. But that is very much a fuck up that is required. Alright. Damn it. You light on fire. Oh, this Karastan and everything. Basically, we're looking for all the brown and green resources.
I don't know what the epic encounter is here. If there is one. It doesn't sound like there is one. I suspect because I'm not hearing anything walking around, that probably means that the epic encounter is one of the birds. And if it's an Ash Peak Drake, actually works in our favour. I'm not really doing this for any particular reason. See, that noise would leave me. Yep. Big bird. That is not an Ash Peak Drake. Ah! Don't. That is not what I was aiming for. Don't. That would have been absolutely perfect. Ah, there we go. That's what I'm wanting. Don't press the wrong button. Ah! Game is being annoying tonight. Alright. Fuck you. I don't think I've ever actually attempted to get over to this bit of Glintwood Hollow before. Could actually be wrong.
Okay. Think I might. Yes, I am wrong. I remember this door. I just went like the difficult way. Get to the same spot. Let's go up here. I mean, there's a... thought you were meaning there's a Spitfire nest, but apparently not. Ooh, shot me out of the sky. You bastards. No. Yeah, you fall off. That's fine. Where'd you go? Ensnaring blast. All the stuff. Excuse me, asshole. Why are they just randomly exploding? Okay. What is that noise? You know, that would be the epic encounter. Okay. We have to fight it, but That's not the purpose of our presence here. Just to build up. It's just to build up some resources, really. That's all we're doing. I don't think I've been up there. Could be wrong. Hold on. Just get rid of all these giant ass ice crystals. Alright, let's down our frost vial. Suppose I don't really need to take out. Yeah, I don't need to take out all the crystals to survive this. Alright, that'll do. Right, let's go this way. Around and down. Kill some trees. What was that? Oh, it's a glass tail. Alright, glass tail. Alright, we're full up on stuff we can pick up. I'm sure there was a tutorial tip towards the start of this game that said your inventory will be 10 items per individual thing. So I should get towards being maxed out and everything. Alright. Do. Yes. Stuff like that. I'm doing alright. Let's go through. Boys. Come on. If you want me, come into the flames. Husk fragment. Alright, we do need to drop something for the husk fragment. Yeah, kind of useful. Alright. Alright, hang on. Okay. I'm sure there was one way where was it Dredge's Mire? No, we found all the wound gates apart from one thing. That's interesting. Right, let's just go back to South Wall Station. We dump his stuff. Let's talk to Casmin. Salvage resources. trade supplies. It was Lust Weave that we wanted, wasn't it? So there, I need upgrades.
It's going to look great.
Elder Husk and Purified Ceranite. So I need 3 Elder Husks and some Purified Ceranite. Right. Lifting the tray. Defeat Fire now comes Earth while under the effect of the frame shroud file. Right, so we got... Okay, so we got 2 of those to do at the Archon's Hearth. That's fine, but we need a fiery Archon. Ark of the Wintertide is definitely not a fiery Archon. Let's sleep. Try and reset that. Ark of the Living Flame. Hang on. It isn't. Defeat fiery Ark in Archon's Earth. Alright. That will do nicely. Actually a bit closer to the axles.
The Archon's hearth once more. Wish Isla was here to guide me.
I could sense in her absence.
What the?
Bryn, what's...
Aurea, the scry has been compromised by the Surgewoman. Stay off it.
Compromised is such a strong word. I just want to talk. So, the Archon's heart. It is my region now.
Like I would tell you.
Whatever plan you've concocted, I think that's it. We work together.
Shut up. Can't pay attention to this. I'm fighting this thing.
Technically, I didn't touch her. It isn't my fault she lacked the stamina to follow through on what she started.
Damn you. That is not what I'm wanting. I need its axe. Come on, up we go. Up we go. No. This is not ideal. Come on. Oh. That's it. Around, around. I can't see. Go around. Right. One on his chest. Come on. Oh, you two are pissing me off. Thank you. Oof. In the Arcane Forge. Where's the Arcane Forge? The Arcane Foundry. Alright. Arcane Forge, down this way, or, well, it says Arcane Foundry. Is that the same as the Arcane Forge?
I must be getting close to where the Enclave stored shaped bars. Will the Surgeborn know our plan when I pick it up? I guess that's a risk I need to take.
Well, I found what we're looking for. least they seem to have. Cack. Wrong one.
Bar-shaped coral. You and I have such similar taste in treasure. Whatever you're planning to do with that is nothing compared to what we could accomplish if we put our minds together.
Oh, just gonna say,
I can
why
manage
not?
well enough on my own.
No, vital.
You can do so much more than manage.
Come on. Come on, just die. Right. Right. Right, so we got that. Okay. No. I knew I'd do that. Just take care of him. Boom. That Spitfire did my job for me. That was awfully nice of it, wasn't it? Just lots of miscellaneous stuff. Boom. I don't think there's... Alright. I'm gonna say, I don't think there's another nest over here. I could be wrong. Come on, just walk into my mind, really. Like that. Thank you. Missed something. I don't think he's a threat anymore. Let's be perfectly honest. Excuse me. Just wail on this dude. Oh yeah. Gotta remember I can only use my two-hander for those guys. Alright. Back home. Okay, we're doing well.
The Surgeborn in the Howling Jail somehow has access to the scry.
We know. I can feel it in there with me. It's not pleasant. We need to do something fast.
The good news is, as far as we can tell, it only has access when you're in the underworks. At most, it seems to cause interference when you're above ground. We don't think it can listen in.
Until we can block its presence, best to keep use of the scry to a minimum.
Aria mentioned that she could feel the search button. Share that I felt it too.
Aria, I could feel the Surgeborn too. I know exactly what you mean.
Doesn't feel great.
The kind of nausea that only comes from the wind being knocked out of you.
It takes a lot out of me to stay connected to you when it's present, let alone speak.
That must be why there's interference.
What you're both describing, it makes me wonder if the Eye was under a deeper influence from the Surgeborn than we realized.
How so?
We assumed he was merely manipulated into a foolhardy plan, but what if the Surgeborn had some sort of effect on his mind?
I could believe it. But if that's the case, then we need to limit Bryn's exposure to it through the scry. Fast.
And yours.
I don't think it's me the Surgeborn wants to influence. From the sounds of it, it wants you.
Fun times. Viewers need physical access to the scry. Ask if we know exactly how the search button is communicating.
Weavers need a physical connection to the scry to communicate, either by wearing the earpiece or touching the scroll. The Surgeborn doesn't have either, so how is it connecting to our scry?
Well, let's start with what we know. The imprisoned Talon was able to convince Stanild to open the gate. But the Herald was there and waiting. It was not surprised at all, despite the scout's distractions. Ergo, the Herald and Talon were communicating somehow, yet the Talon had been imprisoned for years. Would it not be reasonable to suggest the Surgeborn can communicate with one another using something like our scry? Or worse, perhaps they can share thoughts needing no magic at all.
I'm going to go with the second one.
Shared consciousness.
The implications are frankly staggering, but it is the only explanation I can think of for what we've observed. And if I'm correct, it's not such a leap to imagine creatures like this, or perhaps a creature, would be capable of infiltrating our scry.
Situation seems to be growing stronger.
Let's hear it. How bad is all this?
The scry is a complex piece of Weaver enchantment. That this Surgeborn has broken in is not good.
We still don't know exactly what it wants, but if it continues to infiltrate our constructs, this could mean an all-out war.
War?
Imagine they gain control of the Enclave's arcs. Sure, they're dangerous now, but with a sentient strategist behind them, they
I mean,
could
that's a
soon
good
dominate in
point.
a couple of hundred strides.
You think the Surgeborn's interests expand beyond the Enclave?
With an enemy as calculated as this, best to assume the worst.
I want this thing out of me yesterday.
Alright. How are we going to fix this?
The reason Aurea can sense the Surgeborn presence on the scry is likely because it's wielding magic to communicate. The same way Aurea's mantle pulls magic from the air to contact you. However, unlike Aurea, the Surgeborn can't pull magic from the air around it. Otherwise, it would be talking to you all the time.
But it can only reach me when I'm underground.
Where the tangles are most dense. We need to cut off its access to raw magic.
That's where the spindle comes in. Thanks to her, we finally have the missing piece to get our escort here running.
It
Awesome.
was a failsafe in the case that the source needed to be repaired. The Ark of Verdance will create a safe bubble against the tangles, which would be the natural consequence of any failure of the source.
Just like it did with the Veil.
Exactly. But without the crushing weight that caused it to fail.
So, the plan. We get the arc to the source, it stabilizes the Enclave.
Or at the very least, starts the process.
If the Herald waiting down there doesn't destroy it first, I'll need to take it down. If this plan is going to work.
That sounds dangerous.
It might be a risk worth taking.
We have to. The Enclave is overflowing with raw magic, and this source is clearly the root of the problem.
I get the feeling if you take out the source, no more weavers.
They allow the Surgeborn to communicate and infect our enchantments. Without the source under control, we will never reclaim the Enclave.
Then that's our plan. We build a power core, then we speak to the Axel.
I'll join you at Cassidon's Hold.
Alrighty. That's cool.
I wonder what Lucy...
Craft. Power core. Alright,
And
that's
with
done.
this power core, we can fix our Arc of Verdance. I think this is what they call a full circle moment.
Huh. Lately, I feel like I've been running in circles.
Pretty much have.
Hey, I know things look bleak, but this is a win. Don't let the Talon rob you of it. You're finishing her work, after all.
You're right.
I always am. Now, I think you've got a meeting with the Axel.
But first, upgrades. Elder Husk. Right. I need 2 more Elder Husks, which is 80 supplies. Salvage resources. Awesome. Okay. Oh, no. That's what needs to trade supplies now. Alright, trade supplies. Elder Husk. 2 of those, please.
Nice to work on something a little lighter every once in a while.
Alright, we need a ton of ruby calls, apparently. Purified serenite. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? There's salvage resources. Right, we've got 86 Devon Troll. Do that. Alright. Trade supplies. Purified serenite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. Ruby cores. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Save some resources. Got a bunch of this upgrade equipment.
Use these well. Sword and a delicate tool for precision work. Wield it well.
Ooh, that's already maxed out. Right. All this gear that we currently have equipped is maxed out. Awesome. Right. Alright. Cassidon's hold. Let's talk to her about 2 different quests. Yeah. So I'm going to talk to her about these 2 and then go to the Institute as well. Let's do Rifting the Shroud first.
Oh, Bryn, how did it go?
It worked amazingly. In fact, I was almost too cold.
Oh, I must have prepared it incorrectly. Perhaps too much stirring.
I'm kidding, Lane. It was perfect.
Ah, your elevated wit eludes me once again. If you 2 are done messing around, it's excellent to hear that the
Piss off,
plans
Axel.
worked. Lane, what sort of quantities can we produce for the scouts?
as much as you need. It's not hard to make.
That's very good news. I wonder why the Eye never explored this as an option.
I would assume the reason sits somewhere between lack of care and gross negligence. Speaking of the Eye, Bryn, the Axel and I had a chance to sit and talk for a while. Would you believe that she isn't his biggest fan either?
There were some subtle context clues that tipped me off.
We were
Like, yeah, I kind of got that idea, yes.
at the best of times.
In particular, the way he kept secrets rubbed us both the wrong way. We found ourselves in agreement that any new government here should be built on a foundation of trust and respect.
A foundation that will only be built if we secure our survival. Lane and I don't agree on everything, but it was good to sit and speak with someone who understands the nature of the work I'm doing.
It's not every day that one has the privilege of watching a new order emerge.
Perhaps you will be here to document it.
I should like that very much. The story of a new enclave should be made available to all. Every detail, out in the light. I'm struck with inspiration. I need to return to base camp and get started on my history. To be here as it's being written. To be the one writing it.
Oh, they're gone. Do they always do that?
Yes, that's a fairly frequent occurrence.
Well,
She got inspired. Oh, sorry, they got inspired.
I will thank you and bid you farewell.
I'm sorry, folks. I keep doing that. I am absolutely working on it. I know it's supposed to not be hard. It's just 40 odd years of thinking one way, and yeah, I'll get there. I promise you, I will get there. Oh yeah, we've got to talk to the.
Khan Arteme, my Weaver band has repaired the ark we followed through the Veil and discovered its true purpose.
To nullify the tangles at the source so it can be repaired.
Its anti-magic properties are why we were able to follow it through the Veil in the first place.
I see.
If we could get it to the source, we believe it could stabilize the Enclave.
Except the Grand Gate was broken when the Ark pushed the Herald back through it.
Surely there must be another way to reach the source.
Now that it's repaired, couldn't this Ark be used to leave the Enclave the way you came?
In theory, sure.
What are you saying, Khan Arteme?
It's time for someone to protect my people. I need to use that Ark to get us all out of here.
You would leave with the Surgeborn running loose? Or worse, allow them to spread and wreak havoc across the Maida in your wake?
No one has succeeded in stopping them yet. We've been trapped inside the Enclave.
I mean, I can see where she's coming from with
It's
this.
time to set ourselves free before the Surgeborn overtake Cassidon's hold and kill us all.
Fear isn't the answer. Tell her she needs to be brave. This isn't right. Reminder the search won't still be a
Is
threat.
shoving problems under the rug truly the Enclave's legacy? Because it's a pattern at this point.
Agreed. Your people are better than this.
The Surgeborn has infiltrated our scry. It's learning how to use our enchantments against us. If we don't put a stop to this madness, how long until they overtake the Arks? Or bring down the Veil and spread across the Maida?
That is concerning.
It ain't just.
Still, let's be clear. Even if you could reach the source, there's a massive Surgeborn that almost killed you lurking down there.
I'll be ready for the Herald this time.
And what are you going to do about all the tangles? Punch them before they disintegrate you?
Sev believes the Aeroliths can manipulate raw magic and are responsible for miasma. We think if we can control the Aeroliths, we can make the source safer.
Interesting. You've put more thought into this than I'd expected. But as you've said, you have no way to reach the source.
Fine. Our plan has a few kinks to iron out.
More than a few.
How about this? If you can just give us time to present you with the final plan, it'll be your call whether or not we move forward on it.
I suppose that's fair. I can't pack up this stronghold in a day.
One more thing. It's clear by now the Enclave hides its secrets well. If there's any information on the source, I need access to it.
There are private records that can only be accessed with the Eye's signet. I suppose he's not using it at the moment, but...
Fair.
You just saved your people from certain death not too long ago.
Fine, you can borrow it. You should find information at the Spire in Upper Denevron, the Bastion, and the Institute.
We'll arrange a meeting with you when we're ready.
Good luck.
Right, well, I need to go to the Institute anyway. So, what's the other quest? Withering the Storm. Ravenous Canal in the Institute. Alright. Ravenous Canal. So that's around there. Enchanter's Way. Where's that third gate? I wonder if we can't access the third gate at this point in the story. Might be. Right, we've got 13 minutes left on the stream.
Norian design. I recognized them earlier, and they prompted my investigation into the Norians and the Enclave.
The similar Stanel shows you as his lackey. My. That's the Eye's signet. Did you know it can reveal the Enclave's secret? Not that I needed it to pry into the Eye's darker truth.
Oh, shut up. He did.
This should be the place, Bryn. You're looking for tablets with a circle marked by 6 dots. They'll look blank, but I'll be able to read them when you bring them back.
Why not bring them to me instead? Think of what we could do.
Pass.
That's one of them, Bryn. I hope they would still be down here.
What should we expect?
The Norians were experimenting without informing the Enclave on the aerolifts. They wanted them to do more than just moderate the weather. They wanted to control it.
They got tired of long winters? Gloomy days?
Think bigger. If you control the rain in a desert, you control the land itself.
I mean, that's fair.
Just offer incredible power and endless life to the ruler.
Not going that way. Right. Which way? This way. Stupid invisible asshole. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you know you should have died. Dare you throw frozen shite at me? Alright. Are you dead yet? You're dead. Alright. Well, we've got the final loom gate of this place anyway. That's good. That was worth coming, if nothing else. Yeah, there we go. Bob. Right, does that mean they are underneath us, or... Right. There was two. Why is there no longer two? Come on. There we go. So we got through. We've got one more to find in the Ramnos Canal. I do love saying off all these expressions in this bit. There we go, there it is. Okay. Eastern Circuit amusing.
And lo, he is pleased.
Shush. Will I be learning how Norians hide their information, Sev?
Yes. And if word gets out, we're both going to be hunted.
The best knowledge is always dangerous.
I like this
Alright. Eastern Circuit amusing. That's all the way over there. Okay. Coming down here was a bold decision. Going up there, however, that was okay. Alright. Get away from these dudes. Let's just going through here.
Such impoliteness is unbecoming. Didn't your parents raise you to be a nice, respectful girl? I get that from really
Hang on. Eastern Circuit amusing.
Those are the core values your kind instills in their offspring.
Right, over there. Come on, where could this be? There we go. That's not what I wanted to be dealing with.
Fragments from an expedition to the source shortly after the siege. Enchanters discovered severe damage to it. All who participated in the expedition were sworn to secrecy by the Eye in power at the time.
Okay. Last tail is almost dead. There's miss me. So thank you and good night. Stupid glass tail. Alright, time to go home. And time for me to finish the stream. Alright. Okay, that's all that done. And we've got to go do those two. So we'll probably just jump straight to those two. On tomorrow night's stream. So yes, that is it from me for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I will be back tomorrow with some more Eternal Strands, and we are definitely getting towards the end. I don't know how close we are to the end. I suspect we're not that far, so I think this week we might actually finish this. So yeah, so we'll see what day we finish it on. Finish out the recall duty. There's going to be a week off, just so I can make some wanted changes to the stream and things. And if you see me live during that time, it's going to be a test stream. It'll be marked as a test stream. So yeah, just ignore. And yeah, that's about it. All right. Thank you so much once again. Have a fantastic Monday, but when first day back at work, back at school, whatever you are doing. I hope it is really, really good. Sweet dreams. I'll catch you tomorrow. Don't forget to hit subscribe before you leave. Good night.